When things get hard, life has a way of testing us, often at the moments we least expect. The road ahead might feel uncertain, the weight of challenges heavy on your shoulders. But let me remind you of something powerful. Hard times are not here to break you, they are here to make you. Each struggle you face is an invitation to rise, to grow, and to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. When things get hard, it's not the end of the story, it's the chapter where your strength begins to shine. Adversity builds strength. Adversity, though often feared, is one of life's greatest teachers. It's easy to view difficult times as obstacles, but the truth is, they are opportunities in disguise. When things get hard, it's not a sign that we should retreat. It's a chance to build our mental, emotional, and even physical strength. Without challenges, there would be no growth. Hey, think about it. If life were always smooth, if everything went according to plan, there would be no need for resilience. Growth comes from pushing through discomfort. It's in these difficult moments that we discover the depths of our strength. We realize just how much we can endure, adapt to, and overcome. These moments teach us lessons that success in easy times never will. Consider the process of forging metal. When heated in a furnace, the metal becomes soft and malleable. But it's not until it cools, having gone through that intense heat, that it becomes stronger, sharper, and more durable. Similarly, adversity works in the same way. It tests us, challenges us, and forces us to become stronger than we were before. The pain we feel during difficult times is like the furnace for the soul. It's shaping us, molding us into a better version of ourselves. Without challenges, we would never have the opportunity to develop true resilience. It's easy to maintain a positive mindset when things are going well, but when adversity strikes, that's when our true character is tested. When the world pushes against us, that's when we have the choice to push back, to stand tall, and to keep moving forward. The most successful people in the world aren't those who've never faced hardship. They are the ones who chose to rise each time they faced difficulty. Adversity also teaches us how to handle future challenges with grace and determination. The more we face tough times and rise above them, the easier it becomes to tackle the next one. Each struggle builds a foundation of experience and wisdom that equips us for the next obstacle. With every difficulty we conquer, we build a stronger foundation of mental toughness, and we reinforce the belief that we can handle whatever comes our way. It's in those moments when everything seems impossible that we learn the value of persistence. The world will sometimes throw its hardest challenges at you, but your response to those challenges will define you. If you choose to see each setback as a lesson, each obstacle as an opportunity, then you will find strength where others may only see weakness. You will build a life based on resilience and the deep understanding that adversity is not something to fear, but something to embrace. Adversity is a gift. It's a chance for you to become the person you were always meant to be. It's not something to dread or avoid, but something to lean into, knowing that each hardship faced is a step forward in your journey to strength, success, and self-discovery. The law of cause and effect. In the midst of difficult times, it's easy to feel as though things are happening to us for no reason, like the universe has singled us out for misfortune. However, there's a powerful principle that governs every part of our lives, the law of cause and effect. Every action we take, every decision we make, and even the thoughts we dwell on are causes that lead to effects. Understanding this law is crucial because it empowers us to realize that we are not victims of life's circumstances, but active participants in shaping our reality. The law of cause and effect, at its core, is simple. Everything that happens in our lives is the result of something we have done, or something that has been done to us in the past. The current situation, no matter how challenging, is simply the result of causes that have built up over time. For example, if you find yourself struggling with your health, it may be the result of poor lifestyle choices over an extended period. If you're facing financial difficulties, it could be due to spending habits or missed opportunities in the past. These situations may seem like random occurrences, but they are not. They are the effects of causes that were set in motion long before. This might sound like a harsh reality, but the beauty of understanding the law of cause and effect is that it puts you back in control of your life. Once you realize that the struggles you're facing today are the direct result of past actions, you also gain the ability to make different choices moving forward. In other words, you can create new causes today that will lead to more positive effects in the future. If you don't like where you are, change your actions, change your habits, change your mindset. Your present circumstances are not permanent, they are only the result of decisions made in the past. And the great news is that you have the power to influence the future by the choices you make today. In the context of difficult moments, the law of cause and effect offers hope. Yes, the cause of your current struggle may be something you can't change, but you always have control over your next move. When things get hard, your response to the situation will determine the effect it has on your life. For instance, if you encounter a setback at work, the cause may be something external like a difficult project or a challenging colleague. However, how you react, whether you retreat, complain, or rise to the occasion, will shape the outcome. Your response to hardship, whether positive or negative, will dictate what comes next. Moreover, the law of cause and effect teaches us about the power of habits. Our day-to-day actions, no matter how small, compound over time to create our reality. The small decisions we make each day, such as how we spend our time, what we consume, and the people we surround ourselves with, may seem insignificant in the moment, but they add up to create the life we live. It's the cumulative effect of these choices that shapes our future. If you want to change the outcomes of your life, start by changing the small causes, the habits and decisions you make each day. Small adjustments in your behavior today can create monumental effects in your life tomorrow. Understanding this law can also help shift your perspective when things get tough. Instead of feeling powerless in the face of adversity, you can shift your thinking to a more proactive mindset. The challenge may seem difficult, but it's the effect of a cause. What was that cause? And how can you change it for the better? The ability to ask yourself this question puts you in the driver's seat of your life. You are no longer a passive observer, you are the creator of your reality. Take the example of a person going through financial hardship. If they are stuck in a cycle of bad financial decisions, those choices were the cause of their present situation. But they can begin changing the cause, learning to budget, cutting back on unnecessary expenses, or investing in education. These new decisions will gradually lead to different, more positive effects. Over time, as they consistently make better financial choices, they will see their financial situation improve. It's not magic, it's cause and effect in action. Even in situations where the effects seem overwhelmingly negative, it's important to remember that every cause has a potential solution. It might not be easy and it may not be quick, but the key lies in taking responsibility for your choices. You have the ability to break free from negative patterns by making new, intentional choices that set better causes in motion. It might be difficult, but as you align your actions with your desired outcomes, you'll see the results in your life. One of the most powerful aspects of the law of cause and effect is that it encourages personal responsibility. The realization that you are responsible for the causes that create your life gives you immense power. It takes the blame away from external forces and puts it back in your hands. You may not have control over the initial cause of your struggles, but you always have control over your response, and this response is what ultimately shapes your future. When you truly understand this law, it becomes clear that your life is the result of a series of actions, choices, and reactions. If you find yourself in a difficult situation, you can look back at the causes that led to it, learn from them, and make different choices moving forward. No matter how hard things get, you are never stuck. Every moment is an opportunity to create a new cause, one that will lead to a more positive outcome. The law of cause and effect gives us hope, not despair. It reminds us that we have the power to shape our future, no matter how hard things may get. Every choice we make today is laying the foundation for tomorrow's success. So when life gets tough, remember you are not a helpless victim. You are the architect of your own destiny, and every decision you make is a cause that leads to an effect. What will your next cause be? The power is in your hands. Persistence is the master key. In the face of adversity, it is often not talent, intelligence, or luck that separates those who succeed from those who give up. It is persistence. The power of persistence cannot be overstated. When things get hard, when obstacles seem insurmountable, persistence is the quality that pushes us through. It's the unwavering determination to continue despite setbacks, the refusal to accept defeat, and the resilience to keep moving forward when everything inside you wants to quit. Persistence is more than just grit. It's an attitude, a mindset, a way of life. It's the willingness to endure pain, struggle, and failure, knowing that the path to success is rarely a straight line. It's about doing what needs to be done day after day, regardless of how difficult it seems at the time. When things get tough, persistence says, I will not stop. I will continue to push forward because I know the effort I put in today will pay off in the future. You think about the most successful people in history. Few of them achieved greatness by simply being in the right place at the right time. More often than not, their success was the result of years of persistence in the face of challenges. Thomas Edison, for example, failed over 1,000 times before he invented the light bulb. But instead of seeing failure as a reason to give up, he saw it as a necessary part of the process. He famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Edison's persistence led to one of the most important inventions in human history. Persistence doesn't just apply to monumental goals, it's equally important in everyday life. Whether you're working on a personal goal, a career objective, or building a new habit, persistence is the thread that holds everything together. Every time you feel like quitting, persistence is what gets you back on your feet and moving forward. It's what allows you to keep going even when the initial excitement fades and the reality of the work sets in. In fact, persistence is often the key to overcoming failure. Failure, as discouraging as it might seem in the moment, is a stepping stone to success. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to reassess, and to improve. But without persistence, these lessons will be wasted. Those who give up after failing miss out on the opportunity to refine their approach, to gain valuable insights, and to come back stronger. Persistence is the muscle that helps us keep going when everything else falls apart. It turns failure into fuel, providing the energy and motivation to keep trying, even when the odds seem stacked against us. Think about any major achievement you've accomplished in your own life, whether it was finishing a project, reaching a fitness goal, or learning a new skill. The one thing you had to rely on to see it through was persistence. There were likely moments when you doubted yourself, when you wondered if the effort was worth it, or when it seemed easier to quit. But persistence is what kept you going, what pushed you to keep going, even when the finish line seemed far away. One of the most powerful aspects of persistence is that it compounds over time. Just as small efforts can add up to big results, small acts of persistence, repeated over time, lead to massive achievements. You may not see immediate results, and at times the road may seem long and difficult, but as you keep moving forward, the progress begins to show. One step today might not seem like much, but thousands of small steps over the course of a year can take you miles closer to your goal. Additionally, persistence builds confidence. Every time you persist in the face of difficulty, you reinforce the belief in your own abilities. You learn that no matter how hard things get, you can always find a way to push through. That confidence, built through consistent effort, becomes a driving force in your life. It strengthens your resolve, helps you take on bigger challenges, and makes you believe that you can believe anything you set your mind to. There are times when persistence is hard, especially when things seem overwhelming. When the odds are against you, it's natural to feel discouraged. But it is during these times that your persistence is tested the most. This is when you can truly prove to yourself what you're made of. By continuing to show up, by continuing to put in the work, even when the results aren't immediately visible, you are creating the foundation for your success. And the more you persist, the more you reinforce your own capacity to overcome any challenge that comes your way. The key to understanding persistence is recognizing that it's not about achieving success overnight. It's about commitment to the process, no matter how long it takes. Success, when it comes, is not just the result of a single burst of effort, but the accumulation of persistence over time. In moments of hardship, when you're feeling discouraged, remind yourself that the only way to fail is to stop trying. Persistence is the master key that unlocks the door to success. When things get hard, remember that as long as you keep going, you have not lost. Your victory is simply waiting for you at the end of the path you have yet to complete. So keep going, keep pushing forward, and trust that your persistence will eventually bring you the success you deserve. The importance of a positive mindset. When things get hard, it can feel as though the weight of the world is on your shoulders. The natural reaction might be to fall into negative thinking, feeling defeated, hopeless, or even angry at the situation. Yet in these challenging moments, it's the power of a positive mindset that can make all the difference. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring the reality of your struggles, but rather choosing to approach them with the belief that you have the strength and ability to overcome them. The importance of a positive mindset lies in its ability to shape your actions, thoughts, and ultimately the outcomes of your life. A positive mindset isn't something you're simply born with. It's a choice. It's a way of thinking that can be developed over time through intentional practice and reframing of your thoughts. When things get hard, this choice becomes even more crucial. Positive thinking doesn't just make you feel better emotionally. It has tangible benefits that can influence your decisions, your mental resilience, and your ability to solve problems. The next thing, the power of belief in yourself. One of the most significant aspects of a positive mindset is self-belief. When you are faced with adversity, it's easy to start doubting your abilities. You may question whether you're capable of handling the situation or whether you have the strength to keep going. A positive mindset combats these feelings by reinforcing the belief that you are capable of overcoming any obstacle. Self-belief is the foundation upon which all success is built. Without the confidence that you can overcome difficulties, the effort required to face challenges seems pointless. However, when you cultivate a positive mindset, you are constantly reminding yourself that you have the ability to handle whatever comes your way. Even when faced with failure or setbacks, your belief in yourself remains unshaken, and you view these challenges as opportunities to grow rather than insurmountable roadblocks. The belief in your abilities has a profound effect on your actions. When you believe that you are capable of succeeding, you take the necessary steps to move forward. You don't shy away from challenges paralyzed by fear. Instead, you initiative, try new things, and push through difficulties because you know that you will find a way to succeed in the end. Positive thinking drives action. It's often said that the first step to solving a problem is recognizing that it can be solved. A positive mindset doesn't mean that you ignore the challenges ahead. It simply means that you believe there is a way through them. In tough times, when the natural instinct is to give up, positive thinking helps to keep you going by reminding you that obstacles are not permanent. And a positive mindset creates a mental environment where solutions can be found. When things get tough, negative thinking tends to narrow your focus and keep you fixated on the problem. It might lead to frustration, worry, and self-doubt, making it difficult to see a way forward. On the other hand, positive thinking expands your perspective. It encourages creative thinking and solutions-oriented behavior. When you remain optimistic, even in difficult situations, you begin to look for alternatives and opportunities that you might have otherwise missed. Consider the example of someone trying to start their own business. They may face countless hurdles such as financial challenges, a lack of support, or fear of failure. Without a positive mindset, these obstacles can feel overwhelming and lead to paralysis or quitting. However, with the right mindset, the same person will view these challenges as hurdles to jump over rather than insurmountable walls. Their positive outlook encourages them to seek solutions, whether through finding alternative funding, seeking mentorship, or tweaking their business model until they find the right path. Resilience in the face of adversity. One of the most valuable traits that a positive mindset brings is resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity. Life doesn't go according to plan for anyone, and at some point we all face setbacks. Whether it's a career failure, a personal loss, or a financial setback, these situations can leave us feeling defeated. However, a positive mindset helps you to develop resilience because it teaches you that failure isn't the end of the road. It's simply part of the journey. People with a positive mindset understand that failure is not something to fear. Instead, they embrace it as an opportunity for growth and learning. They understand that each setback teaches them something valuable and brings them one step closer to success. This resilience allows them to recover quickly from failure and continue forward without being weighed down by negative emotions or self-doubt. When things get hard, resilience is what allows you to keep going. Instead of letting challenges discourage you, you tap into your inner strength and press on. You don't see obstacles as signs that you're not meant to succeed. Instead, you see them as tests of your perseverance and determination. With resilience, you are more likely to achieve long-term success because you don't let temporary setbacks prevent you from reaching your goals. The impact of positive thinking on mental health. A positive mindset also has a significant impact on your mental health. In difficult times, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and stressed. Negative thinking often leads to anxiety and depression, making it even harder to take positive action. On the other hand, positive thinking fosters a sense of well-being and balance. When you choose to focus on the positive aspects of your situation, your stress levels decrease and your overall mental state improves. In the face of adversity, maintaining a positive outlook helps to prevent you from falling into a downward spiral of negativity. It keeps you grounded and focused on the present rather than ruminating on worst-case scenarios. The more you practice positive thinking, the better you become at maintaining your emotional stability, even in times of stress or uncertainty. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring your emotions. It means acknowledging them without allowing them to control your actions. When things get tough, it's natural to feel sadness, anger, or frustration. A positive mindset helps you to process these emotions in a healthy way, allowing you to move forward rather than being stuck in negativity. Positive mindset attracts opportunities. There's an undeniable connection between a positive mindset and the opportunities that present themselves. When you approach life with optimism, you naturally exude confidence, energy, and openness. People are drawn to positive individuals, and opportunities tend to gravitate toward them. When you are optimistic, you are more likely to seize opportunities when they arise. You approach situations with a can-do attitude, which not only increases your chances of success, but also attracts like-minded people who want to collaborate with you. In tough times, maintaining a positive mindset can open doors that you might have missed had you been focused on the negatives. The importance of a positive mindset in difficult times cannot be overstated. It's not just a feel-good notion, it's a powerful tool that can shape your reality, boost your resilience, and unlock new opportunities. With a positive mindset, you can face life's challenges with belief in yourself, a drive to take action, and the resilience to overcome adversity. The way you think will determine the way you act, and the way you act will shape the outcomes of your life. In times of struggle, choose to focus on the positives, because in those moments, a positive mindset is your greatest asset. Learn from setbacks and failures. One of the most critical aspects of personal growth and achieving long-term success is how we handle setbacks and failures. When things get hard, it's easy to be consumed by frustration or disappointment, feeling that failure is the end of the road. However, the truth is that setbacks and failures are some of the most valuable learning experiences we will ever have. The ability to learn from these challenges and use them to fuel future success is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Failures are an unavoidable part of life. Everyone, regardless of how successful they are, faces failure at some point. Whether it's a career setback, a failed relationship, a financial loss, or a personal goal that remains out of reach, failure is not something that can be avoided. But what truly matters is not the failure itself, but how we respond to it. It is in the response that we find our growth, resilience, and capacity for greatness. The difference between failure and defeat. First, it's important to differentiate between failure and defeat. Failure is an event, something that happens temporarily, and it can be a powerful learning experience. Defeat, on the other hand, is a state of mind. It occurs when we allow failure to define us, when we believe that our setbacks are indications of our limitations, and we stop trying altogether. Failure, in its essence, is simply feedback. It's a moment that shows you what didn't work, which is just as valuable as discovering what does work. The most successful individuals understand that failure is not a permanent condition. It's simply a necessary step in the process of improvement. They view failure as a lesson and use that lesson to adjust their strategies, refine their approaches, and try again with more knowledge and experience. The importance of reflection and self-analysis. To learn from setbacks and failures, it's crucial to take time to reflect and analyze what happened. In the heat of the moment, when emotions are high, it can be difficult to objectively assess the situation. However, reflection is key to understanding what went wrong and why. The ability to step back, assess the situation, and make adjustments is one of the hallmarks of personal growth. When you face a setback, it's important to ask yourself a few critical questions. What did I learn from this experience? What could I have done differently? How can I apply these lessons moving forward? This process of reflection is essential because it helps you see the bigger picture and avoid repeating the same mistakes. It's easy to get caught up in the disappointment of failure and focus solely on what went wrong, but a positive mindset will encourage you to seek out the lessons hidden within the experience. This shift in perspective allows you to grow stronger and wiser after every setback. Failing forward. One of the most powerful concepts when it comes to failure is the idea of failing forward. This is the notion that failure doesn't have to be a setback, it can be a stepping stone to greater success. When you fail forward, you use your failures as opportunities for growth. Rather than letting failure stop you in your tracks, you use it to propel yourself toward a better, more informed approach. Consider the example of Thomas Edison, whose countless failed experiments led him to invent the light bulb. He didn't see his failures as reasons to quit. He saw them as necessary experiments that helped him get closer to his goal. He once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset allowed him to continue forward, even when others may have given up. In your own life, adopting the failing forward mindset means that you don't view mistakes as obstacles. Instead, you see them as part of the learning process. Each failure brings you closer to finding a solution, and with each attempt, you become more refined, more knowledgeable, and more equipped to succeed in the future. Building resilience through failure. One of the most important things that setbacks teach us is resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, and it's developed through the repeated experience of facing challenges and overcoming them. Each time you face a setback, you have an opportunity to develop greater emotional strength and mental fortitude. Learning to bounce back after failure isn't just about being tough or strong. It's about developing the mindset that challenges are temporary, and that setbacks do not define your worth or your future. When you accept that failure as part of the process, you no longer fear it. Instead, you embrace it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and get better. This mindset allows you to persevere, even in the toughest of times. Resilience doesn't mean that you won't feel disappointment or frustration after a failure. It means that you don't let those emotions control you or prevent you from moving forward. You recognize that setbacks are just part of the journey, and you maintain the commitment to continue working toward your goals. The importance of adaptability. Another key takeaway from setbacks and failures is the importance of adaptability. Life is full of unexpected changes, and the ability to adapt is essential to success. When something doesn't work as planned, it's crucial to be flexible and open to new strategies. Sticking to a plan that clearly isn't working will only prolong your struggle, but being adaptable allows you to pivot, make adjustments, and keep moving forward. Adaptability also involves being open to feedback, whether it comes from your own self-reflection or from others. Constructive criticism can help you refine your approach and make better decisions in the future. People who are unwilling to adapt often repeat the same mistakes, while those who embrace change and adjust their strategies are more likely to find success. Embracing the growth mindset. The key to learning from setbacks is adopting a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe that their abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed over time through effort, learning, and perseverance. They don't see failure as a sign of their limitations. Instead, they see it as an opportunity to improve. A growth mindset allows you to embrace challenges as opportunities for development rather than obstacles. It encourages a positive, proactive approach to difficulties and cultivates a belief that with enough effort you can overcome anything. People with a growth mindset are more likely to persist in the face of adversity, knowing that their efforts will lead to progress. Setbacks and failures are not the end of the road, they are essential components of success. They teach us valuable lessons, build resilience, and help us refine our strategies. The ability to learn from failure is one of the most powerful tools you can possess on your journey to achieving your goals. By adopting a mindset that views failure as feedback, reflecting on your experiences, and failing forward, you can use setbacks as stepping stones to greater success. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the process. Every failure brings you one step closer to your ultimate success, as long as you are willing to learn and adapt.